where they get punished. It's just this breakdown, and then they come at you, and you know this threat, this counter-attack is always a problem for Arsenal. They're always capable. Even now, Arsenal back in the game showed good character to get back in, but you've got to get tighter. And he blasted a shot through him, basically, into that near post. No chance for the goalkeeper.
He's prolific, Martin, especially here. 11 Premier League goals now this season, but 9 of them at home.
He's involved in everything that they do. He just keeps running into space, and now he has the quality to go with it.
And Brentford came so close to making it 2-0, Karen, but football, a game of fine margins.
Yeah, Bruce Potter taking a shot, and you're thinking, Raya, what you doing, especially against your old team as well. But to be fair to him, brilliant reaction, gets back into his line and scoops it out. But then 55 seconds later, Arsenal bounced back. And I thought, particularly the latter part of the game, they did just really well. The swarms, couldn't let Brentford out. And I think they're party there onto that second phase. Great shot. And look, the man in form at the moment, Jesus, and you see here there, and Bournemouth, that was the only thing that he did wrong. He didn't clear his lines. And that was a mistake there. And you see this is the shot now. You see Gabriel Jesus on the far left, staying on side. I think it's a poor clearance on Flecken because he puts it right into the path. But credit to Jesus there, steps onto it. Yeah, brilliant finish.
Important for Jesus as well to keep building on that. And Arsenal showing some really good character to get back into the game.
Yeah, another goal for Gabriel Jesus. Well, it's 1-1 at
Congratulations on the win, on turning this game around. I want to know what the message was from Mikel Arteta at half-time, because it was such an electric start to that second half.
Yeah, I think the team did great today, to come here and they played the way we played is amazing, not just because of the result. Of course, the most important thing is the 3 points, and we did it. But the most important thing, I think, was the way we react, to come back here against a tough opponent is always difficult, and we did it.
What a hit from you, Gabriel, as well. How important was the timing of your goal? Because it came just a couple of minutes after you went in front, just to give you that cushion of a lead.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always expecting the ball there to appear to me to score, so I was a bit lucky in that moment. The ball was just in front of me. I just controlled and tried to put it in. And yeah, really happy with the performance.
And we saw your celebration. You had an Arsenal scarf around your neck. Does that just show how important every single win feels in this title race to these Arsenal fans?
Yeah, I mean, the support that they give us is amazing. We just want to say thank you for them to come here and support us the way that they did. And yeah, we are really happy with the results.
Gabriel, 6 goals in 4 games for you. That's as many as you scored in your previous 48 Arsenal games. What's been the key to this turnaround in form?
I think keep working, everyone at the club can tell you guys how I work every day, not just me, everyone, but me personally, I don't give up, I always try. Obviously, it's not easy, to play for a big club like Arsenal, but like I said, I was playing good when I had the chance, but I was scoring, but now I think I can score, and then I could score, and then I'm very happy, and I want to keep scoring to help the team.
You've only got half a shirt left, so I'm glad you've got your jacket on. What happened there?
Yeah, that's it. That's Premier League, I don't want to talk about like fouls and stuff, but as you can see, and then the ref give a foul. I made a foul. How is possible? But it's okay. He'll be there always to try to fight for the ball and then fight for this huge club.
Without Saka in this team, is there a feeling amongst all of you attackers that you all need to chip in and raise your game as you try and replace his goals and creativity?
Yeah, I mean, I think no one can replace him. He's one of the best players in the world, but we know our potential and we know the team that we have. And yeah, we trust in ourselves, and we are going to try our best for the club and for B as well. I'm sure he's happy with the results.
You know what it takes to win a title, Gabriel? So this team have what it takes?
Yeah, for sure, the previous 2 years was amazing, obviously we didn't win the league, but we was there fighting, and then to play in this competition is already hard. Imagine to fight for the title, like you say, I have been there, but as I can see, this team is spraying now, everyone is a good player, amazing player, and then I'm sure we can go there and fight for the title, but it's still early, we just need to keep trying to play well, and then keep winning the game. That's it.
Well done, both of you. Congratulations on the victory to start the new year, and you are today's man of the match. Well done.
Thank you so much.
It certainly does not. Well, we're going to hear it now from Thomas Frank, because he's been speaking to Jules.
Thomas, you knew it was going to be a tough match here to start the year, but after going ahead, how did the match get away from you today?
No, I think we did a lot of things right. I think overall it was a good performance. I think first half was extremely good. I really liked the way we played. I thought we were very, very brave on the ball. Created some good opportunities in the phase one and got out of the pressure quite easy. And I also think we were brave in the high pressure as well. And I think we defended well low. So overall, I think we did well. It was the fineness of margins that we need to do better. Of course, we scored a great goal, and just before the equalizer, it is like this. Then we are 2-0 up. I know it was a mistake from David, but still, it's a small margin, 2-0, different game. But anyway, we need to do better on the 1-1 goal. If we want to beat Arsenal, that are the second best team in the country right now, been that the last 3 seasons, one of the best teams in Europe, we need to do everything right, or close to. And we could have done better in the first one. I think the second one is a corner. They only had 3 corners, so not too much. And I need to look more into it. But again, they're very good at it. And I said before, I think probably the best team in the world to do that is something we need to learn from them. No doubt about that. And then the last one, I also think we can do a bit better. So overall, happy with the performance. We played against a top team that just punished us in 3 moments.
With Brentford's away form being what it is and having a game away at Southampton next, how disappointing is it to now have back-to-back home defeats where you have been so strong?
I think that today we play a top team. You can't expect just to beat Arsenal today, but we did very well, so that's just a performance. It happens. Nottingham Forest, I think, was a little bit different. I would love to have more out of that game. So, and away from is just one thing until the next game.
A new year for Brentford will once again see you trying to hold on to some of your key players now that this January transfer window is open. Will one of your biggest tasks being to keep hold of Brian Mbeumo, who once again showed his quality today?
Brian was really good. I thought he scored a fantastic goal. Really pleased with that, and I think his performances and quality, he really showed that today. For me, it shouldn't be a problem to hold him.
Thanks, Thomas.
You're welcome. Thank you so much. Take care.
Thomas Frank, always so measured, even in defeat, spoke about the lessons they'll learn from today against such a top side, but also about how good they were in that first half, Karen, because they started so well.
Yeah, they did. Obviously took the lead and at times playing through Arsenal, especially out from the goal kicks. But this is where they played well. Obviously changed tactically, brought an extra body in midfield, and then Bissell and Mbeumo up top. And then this is Mbeumo. Then this is when he's at his best, peeling off to the right hand side, not tight enough, Calafiori. And then he chops in, use a defender as well, because then he's only got that one side which he can keep it low on De Gea, and it's a great finish. But this was the bright start, and this is what they were always going to do: compact, spread out wide, and be brave 1v1. And this was their threat, and they were clinical. But this was the only real opportunity I felt they had. And after that, then Arsenal started to get a grip into the game. But he's right; he's the best player. I'm not sure that many people might want him, but if he's under contract, you can't let him go, and he's their star player on Mbeumo. So he's a great player, and they want to hold on to him.
They certainly will. They coped really well with the loss of Ivan Toney. How would they cope if they were to lose him?
They wouldn't want to lose him, and they certainly wouldn't want to lose their manager, Thomas Frank. I think he's an outstanding manager. He really understands his players well. You could see there he might be disappointed. He hit that well. He was happy with their performance. It was almost nearly the perfect job today. You think of what they did up until the Arsenal equaliser, the way that they managed the game, kept possession really well. He's putting layers on this club from, it's their 4th season now. 3 seasons, they were strong. 4th season, he's going again. Great record here. He's realistic as well. He knows that Arsenal were a different class in the end, and his players, he knows what they're capable of. and Arsenal were just too good in the second half.
Yeah, they've got a good opportunity to bounce back in their next game. They're away at Southampton, but it gets really hard for them then, Karen, at home, doesn't it? They've got Man City to come, Liverpool and Tottenham all visiting here.
I mean, look, like you said, Southampton there, that's a game you'd be looking at. And, you know, not disrespectful, I know they've changed the manager, but you wouldn't be getting 3 points out of that game. City, again, you flick a coin. You know, you the form that they've been in of late, and obviously no one really wants to play Liverpool at the moment, but take each game as it comes for them. But I'm not concerned. I think they've got enough in the front line, and I think, as you mentioned, they've got a top manager, and I think they'll be fine.
And then he spoke as well, Thomas Frank, about the fine margins because they very nearly went 2-0 up. There was a mistake from Raya, which he reacted really well to stop the ball going in the back of the net. And then Arsenal, 55 seconds later, Martin, we're at 1-1.
Yeah, and that's how games are here, end-to-end games. Raya wouldn't have wanted to have made that mistake. You know, it would have been highly embarrassed, wouldn't he, coming back to his old club, didn't play here last season when he was on loan. And then it's Jesus, that poacher's goal, the fox in the box, whatever you want to call it. You know, he's not been getting that type of goal, but they smothered their opponent here, Arsenal. And Partey had a few efforts of goal. And look at the way he reacts first.
Does that show how confident he is at the moment?
It certainly shows how he's sniffing out chances and he's looking to get those goals. He reacts first, but he's the most aware player on the pitch here. The defender doesn't get there. And in the end, that early reaction from him makes it an easy finish. And these goals are really important for Arsenal. They need someone to keep putting there. You look at the biggest rivals, we look to the league table, Salah has got ridiculous numbers. Arsenal needs someone to start putting the ball in the back of the net, and this guy suddenly turned up.
And they need to keep sharing them around the team as well. Well, it was a big win for Arsenal. So let's hear from Mikel Arteta. He's been speaking to Jules.
Mikel, congratulations. What could have been a tricky game to start the year, you ensured victory with what was a brilliant start to the second half. What pleased you the most about the overall performance?
Well, we won in a really difficult stadium and against a really good opponent. And you see the record that they have here is incredible. When you go 1-0 down as well, it makes it even harder. But the team showed a lot of composure, a lot of willingness to change the game, a lot of desire to do it in the way we have to do and navigate through difficult moments because it's going to happen.
How key was it to get those 2 goals in the second half in quick succession, the way you did, just to give you that cushion?
Yeah, we started really fast, really aggressive. We were very clinical there and again, adapting. You know, again, today we had certain injuries, sickness to the team. We have to play all the players. We have Ethan making a debut in the Premier League at 17 years old in this stadium. So, good.
Gabriel Jesus as well scored now 6 goals in 4 games. That's as many as he scored in his previous 48 Arsenal appearances. How key is it that you have him firing?
Yeah, it's very important. We won our front line in the best moment. Today, Martinelli scored, Mikel scored in the back of a set piece as well. So, you know, we have to distribute the goals that we have done. When you look in the last calendar year, how many people have scored goals for us, that's our strength.
You mentioned Ethan Nwaneri, just 17 years old. Any team is going to miss a player of Bukayo Saka's quality, but how well did he fill that position today?
Really good. But in training, you know, it gave us all the right reasons. If we would have signed that player from any country, he would be playing. So he's an academy player. He needs to play because he deserves it.
You have another game before Liverpool play next. With the run that they're on, how important does every single match feel to take maximum points in?
Yeah, we can only do what is in our hands, which is to perform as best as we can and win games, and the rest is not anything to do with us.
I think you know what I might ask you next. The January transfer window is open. What are Arsenal's plans?
At the moment is to keep looking after our players, getting the best out of them, and let's see if there is an opportunity, we'll look at it. But at the moment, the focus is our players, that they are really good.
And with a performance like that today from your attacking players, did the likes of Nwaneri, Gabriel Jesus scoring goals now, did that show that perhaps you don't need to dip into the market in those positions?
Depends on the game, depends if we score or not, the narrative, you know. I really like my players, I really value what we have because it's a lot of quality and a lot of commitment from all of them, and we are really good with what we have.
Well done today, thank you.
Thank you.
Mikel Arteta not committing too much on the plans for the January transfer window, Martin. It is open though. If you could strengthen in just one position, what would it be?
Goodness, it'd probably be in the wide positions, but then you're shutting the door on Nwaneri. So there's some big decisions to make. But, you know, if you don't buy the players for this group, then you're not doing them the service that you really want to give them, because you want to give them success, and it might have to come from outside. There's a lot in the group, there's no doubt. But there, with that injury from Saka, if you imagine Salah gets the equivalent injury at Liverpool, their numbers change massively. So, he may have to go into the market because he's only 17 years of age, this kid. I mean, as well as he's done today, he may want to buy in a wide area with a kind of an inside forward, somebody who can play wide, who plays down the middle. But everyone would be looking for that type of player, but certainly Arsenal would improve them.
They're 6 behind Liverpool now, Liverpool with that game in hand, of course. But he spoke about only been able to do what they can do, Karen, but they've only lost twice all season. So they've just got to keep up with that level of consistency now.
I think he was spot on, and when we've been listening to Mikel Arteta for the last month or so, he's been really calm. Like I said, it's just 2 years now they've done these title races. This is their 3rd one now. He knows he's just got to stay in the hunt. He's right. There's nothing he can do. They're behind. They're chasing Liverpool. They just got to do what they can do. And I think he knows the way he answered. They will be going into January, and they have to. Whether Saka was fit or not, they've got to chase down. And for the last 2 seasons, they've come second with the group. They have to buy more to go to first. So they're the next fixtures, big fixtures ahead of them. It's going to be difficult, busy period. Chopping and changing the squad will be important to keep everyone fit and fresh.
A lot of games. And he made it clear
defining games.
Yeah, defining games. Late in competitions, semi-final there. Manchester United again, obviously, what that game brings. And then staying in the race for the league and the Champions League to finish off those 2 extra games that we have now in the Champions League. But he made it very clear there that he loves his players. And he talked about culture on the training pitch. And if you do well in training, you play. And that's rewarding for the youngster tonight. I think that's a big story for him, a big plus for him, that he's almost made a new signing tonight by introducing a player from the academy. That takes some of the pressure off. But I still think they'll go into the market.
Yeah, big performance from him. Karen, Martin, thank you very much for your company. It is a winning start to the new year.